Great to have you on Business Glide as we unpack conversations around public policy, business and economics at large. Today, our conversation centers on this new relief for parents who have their students studying from our public universities. Of course, a major relief, all thanks to the slash of fees payable by these students in our public universities. We want to understand, what does this new move mean for public institutions in the first place? Prof is here with us, a university lecturer. Prof, great to see you.
Yeah, thank you.
You're doing well?
Yes.
You're a parent, you're a teacher. Finally, yes. You've seen the government slash the fees payable by students across all academic programs in our public universities.
I didn't even understand it, so unless you explain to me.
There's a reduction at least.
A reduction.
A reduction
Yes.
in the amount of fees that has been paid, until this point. And some would say we are at a time whereby Kenya should actually be doing free public university education, not even payable to some certain limits.
People are saying boomers, where I belong. We are the most selfish people. We are gatekeepers. We are the one introducing restrictions. We are the ones overseeing payment of fees. We got it free. And there's a lot of truth in that.
There is?
There are people of my age got everything free. Got free university education, free meals, free, everything was free. Now, instead of allowing others to enjoy the same, we are the ones now overseeing the punishment of having to squeeze through university. So, honestly, in all fairness, you cannot charge university fees in a country like Kenya. It's not possible.
And can the government sustain this new thing that you want to be onboarded?
Which free?
Having a country whereby public university education is free?
Yeah, of course. There's more money than we need for free university education. You see, we did not stop giving free university education because there was a problem of money. It's because we were told by IMF and World Bank, mbona mnapatia watu masomo ya bure, na tukasikia. There was never an issue. Government did not have an issue paying fees. Offering free university education. And up to this day, the government has no problem. The government of Kenya, the country called Kenya, can afford free quality university education for its children. And that's the way it should be. You cannot try anything else because it cannot work. If you look at the socioeconomic status of most parents in this country, they simply cannot afford university fees. So unless you want to say, okay, let education be very elitist, let only those Kenyans who can afford take their children to university, which again is okay. Some countries do that. But we cannot pretend to love the children of this country, pretend to love education and to know what education means, and charge poor Kenyans. You see, by the time a student qualifies for university education, so long as our cutoff points are reasonable, that is a bright Kenyan student who must be supported to get education, not just for themselves or their parents, but for society. By the time you meet university admission, remember, out of 1 million or so students who sit for Form 4 exams, less than 10% or thereabout actually meet university admission. Let me paint the picture much easier.
Sure.
Out of like 1 million or so around those areas of students who do Form 4, just to give you an example, less than say 1,000 students get A in English. Just a handful, a few, 1,000 or 2,000 actually get A's, and they want to do engineering, medicine, and these things you call fancy courses.
Architecture.
How can you ask such a student that if you don't pay, you will not go to university? You are not killing the student alone. You are killing society. You are killing the country. So as far as university education is concerned, there can be no negotiations. It has to be free.
Whereas the parents are excited at this new move that they are going to pay at least some more affordable fees. Do you think we should put more energy and focus as a country on the quality of university educations in the first place? And also the life of this university student. You've always talked about the accommodation crisis in public universities, even the day-to-day survival of a university student. Should that be the center of our attention now?
That's what I'm saying. Before you even blame students for not putting everything into their studies, which of course is the problem we now face, ask yourself, have you created a conducive environment for learning? When we went to university, all you did was attend to your education. Everything else was taken care of.
Even the hostels?
Everything was taken care of. Yours was just to engage in the serious business of learning. Hakuna kwenda kupika kwa hostels, jui nini. The food was so good, you couldn't get such a food in your home.
From the university mess?
Yes. You couldn't get that food where you can. People were eating things for the first time they had never seen. Why are we denying other Kenyan children that? So today, the quality of education at the university is directly linked to the hardship the students are going through. I'm a teacher. And I can tell you, and any other person at the university, so long as they are honest and sincere, they will tell you a good number of students don't attend classes. They are fighting for survival. Wanachanga pesa wanunue sukuma wiki na unga mpakiti moja. They don't have time for classes. Let's not pretend. And even those who want us to celebrate reduction of fees, surely they know they are the ones who increase the fees. How do you increase then you want us to? You get something when it is like hostels were like 6,000.
Yeah.
Per semester or something like that.
That's what I paid actually.
6,000. You paid 6,000 per semester. And now it is around 50 or something like that. Then you reduce to 35 and you want me to clap. How watu wanatubeba namna gani?
Was to be baby.
Let us not play politics. We can play politics with many things. But let us not play politics with the future of the country. Education and the young people, that is the future of the country. Hakuna siasa hapo. Hakuna siasa. Hakuna nini?
Siasa.
Tusiweke siasa kwa future ya nchi na future ya watoto wetu. No. It's very simple. This country must go back to the days of free university education. But what we need to do is we don't also have to pretend we are so nice. You can't be nice to everybody. That's what the government is doing. It has opened universities, most of them village things.
Giving them charters.
Calling them universities. And they're just village schools, village polytechnics. There are many universities inferior to some high schools.
What do you mean, Prof?
Alliance High School, Lenana High School, Nairobi School, Kenya High are better than many of these things we are calling universities in terms of just hata ukiingia tu kwa compound.
In Kenya?
Yeah. So that is the path we must abandon. We can't be nice to it. You are being nice to people, but you are lying to them. You are killing education. Like I've never supported the idea of 100% transition, which I hear Bill Clinton was celebrating Kibaki for. That's nonsense. You cannot pack children in secondary school, pack them in classes. Even a teacher can't pass, and I'm a teacher. I'm a trained teacher. We pass and see what students are doing. We look at their work and, mark a few as you continue teaching. You give things and you look at, let me see what you have written. You can't even pass. Even the breathing inside is not possible. And you say that is education. That's not education. Even America today. And I want to tell Kenya to stop being stupid. Even America today does not have 100% literacy. Literacy, I'm talking of literacy. There are many literate people in America. What are we talking about? So let's have the universities we can afford as a country. We shall increase as we go by. We increase the number. But for the time being, let's have the number of universities and the number of students we can adequately take care of. Then let's develop middle-level colleges. Not this nonsense of TVET that's not working. serious middle-level colleges and craft centers where thinking has gone into their establishment and running with clear policy. As they are not working. Those craft centers, they are underutilized. Those technical schools, they are not working. Why? We are not linking them to industry. A middle-level college, a training college, must have a direct link to the industry, to an industry. And some of them are local. So if you go where people are doing ship rearing, a college in that area must be directly linked to that industry of ship rearing. See?
I see.
We have polytechnics or technical training schools with serious capacity in terms of infrastructure, in terms of instructors, to produce even beds, yet we buy beds for our boarding schools from supermarkets and other places because there's money there. If we said all the beds students require, all the things they require, come from our technical centers, vocational training institutes, centers, those will be very attractive centers. Everybody will want to go there. If we were teaching textile in our technical schools and vocational centers, and we said all school uniform within that locality will come from that vocational center or a technical institute, it will be a very attractive thing. Everybody will want to go there. I don't know whether you get what I'm saying. So let's just have the universities we can manage that can produce quality education. Let's admit only the number of students we can take care of adequately and fund them and enable them to become good students and scholars. And we shall grow the number. And then in the middle there, let's have if you ask me, I don't know how many universities we have, so-called public universities. Some of them glorified schools, secondary schools. This country should not have more than 10 of them.
They should be countable.
You see, when this country is funny. When more introduced 2 or 3 more universities, people made a lot of noise. Ameharibu education, ameharibu, moya hajasoma, kwa hivyo moya hajafanya nini? Asoma, hajui maana ya kusoma, ameharibu, he has diluted university education, he has and they were not even 5. They are about 5, eh?
Yeah.
No sooner had more left than Kibaki just dished them one, and everybody kept quiet.
Chat after chat.
We must stop this kind of thing. So this country, when Moi left, there was University of Nairobi, there was KU, there was Moi, there was Maseno, and I think there was a third one. Was it Masinde Muliro or something?
Egerton,
no, Masinde Muliro was when Nani came, Kibaki. So it was Egerton. There were 5, yeah. UON, KU, Moi, Egerton, and Maseno. 5. Immediately after that, they became 7. I don't remember which one I was. 7. And then from there, I lost the count. So I think we do not need for now more than, if I look around, which of these things is a university? Jomo Kenyatta is a university.
Yeah.
Jomo Kenyatta, okay? You can look for 1 or 2, 3 others, but they can't get to 10.
But the question
then
is,
we can go the American way. Every state has, say, a university. Before we go to every state or every county, let's have the universities we have. But those universities can have, you see the UCLA, University of California, at Berkeley, in another place.
Yeah.
University of Nairobi could have something in Taita Taveta, offering something special or whatever it is. That way we can manage education, and it can be free and it will be of good quality.
It shouldn't be. We need to leave the spirit of devolution. So every university in every county.
That's nonsense.
That's nonsense.
You cannot. It'll just be what we have now. We have universities that are not universities, and I'm sorry to say it. In every respect,
you can't teach institutions.
Even me, I will have a problem. They are not universities. You just look at them there. Even everything about even the people who are there. They are not universities.
Maybe they are considering you to be their VC and you are talking about this.
I'm not perhaps qualified, but that's not important. What is important is what I'm saying. I'm saying you cannot You cannot make a small school to become a university,
Had
or some
glorified high school.
polytechnic, some village boy, and turn it into a university.
I get
University requires a lot of thinking. It's not just buildings, but even in buildings, universities have buildings that look like universities. If you come to the University of Nairobi and remove this stock exchange building that Magoa put up,
The UN Tower.
and then you remove public education, which was put quickly, education building. Look at the rest. They have a story to tell.
Yeah.
Gandwing there, you can see the Islop building, you can see the other,
Library.
they look university. There's something university about them. They are not just like stock exchange. No. So a university also tells a story even through its architecture.
Yeah.
It tells a story. It builds a tradition. It is known for something. You see?
Yeah.
We got to a point where we are so much in a hurry to have universities that sometimes I was teaching and in the room I was just laughing. It was formerly a laboratory and I'm teaching some sort of communication or English. You can see Bunsen burner, where the Bunsen burner, that kind of thing, the taps for water. Look at such a resources being wasted. I'm not saying what I was teaching wasn't good, but we are wasting our lab.
A while back, Prof,
Yes.
we saw university administrators, public university administrators, express their concern over the scrapping of self-sponsored academic programs, which was their main source of cash then.
Yes.
Now they were heavily dependent on these fees payable by these public-sponsored students. Now also that has been slashed. The question is, how are they going to sustain themselves? That is what the administrators are having concern of.
Yeah, people are saying the government is saying reduce fees. I've just heard this story in the past few hours. Reduce fees, yes. But is the university government going to do something extra? The fees goes down, but the university is not adding a capitation, not adding more money, not reducing this number of students. So government is playing populist. Government is facing an election in 2 years' time. So it is playing populist. So the school, university managers and administrators are wondering, how do you reduce fees and then leave us hanging there? What is it that government will now do after reducing fees? Because they had budgeted on the basis of these fees, which again is unreasonable because the fees was already too high. And in terms of self-sponsored students, nobody stopped them. The taps just dried. When Matiang'i came and all these funny certificates that were, let's say people were perhaps cheating in exam. There were too many students outside there with C+ and above. When Matiang'i closed the taps of cheating and everything, the number of people qualified became so few that the public universities will take all of them in the main program, government-sponsored program, leaving little or nothing for private universities and for private-sponsored programs in public universities. So nobody scrapped. The students are simply not there. Unless we go back to the cheating, then we have more C+ and B- and what have you. Then private universities and public universities will get private-sponsored students.
Well, there you have it from Prof talking matters to do with the state of education, higher education in this country, and you've heard it from him. It remains to be seen whether our public university administrators and the government will heed to his advice. Time now for our fan of the week. It is none other than this university student from Catholic University of Eastern and Central Africa, Timothy Irungu.
Kwea.
Timothy
Irungu, thank you very much for being part of this family. We value you.
All right, thank you so much. Up next on your screen is the Business Glide African Proverb of the Day.